Hello, we have question 4 here, a binomial question on paper 2 from 2020. It says, in the binomial expansion of a add 2x to the 7, where a is a constant, the coefficient of x to the 4th is 15,120. Find the value of a. So the first thing to note is if we've got to pick a random term from the binomial, we're looking for the term in x to the 4th. So this is going to be the term that is governed by 2x to the power 4. So that means that we're going to have the a is going to be to the power of 3, because this term and this term have to add up to make 7. And we're going to therefore have 7 choose 4 is going to be the binomial coefficient that's going to be in front. Okay, so the key is when you're looking for x to the 4th here, this will give x to the 4th. It means this one will be 3 because it's got to add to 7. And because it's x to the 4th, it works out as 7 choose 4. So we're now in a position to calculate that. So let's have a quick look at that. So I'm going to go on my old calculator here. Oops, 7 choose 4. So 7 choose 4 is 35. So I'm going to have 35 times by a cubed. 2 to the 4 is going to be 2, 4, 8, 16 times by x to the power 4. And so I've then got 35 times by 16, which is 560. So that gives me 560 a cubed x to the 4th. Now the question tells us that the coefficient is 15,120. So we can say that 15,120 is equal to 560 a cubed. So therefore 15,120 divided by 560 is equal to a cubed. So let's have a look at that. So 15,120 divided by 560 is 27. That's super convenient because that's a cube number. So let's have a look at that. We're going to cube root both sides. We're going to get 3 is therefore equal to a. So a is 3. And that is question 4 done. Quite a nice binomial question there. Question 5, what have we got? The curve with the equation y is equal to 3 times by 2 to the x meets the curve with the equation y is equal to 15 minus 2 to the x add 1 at the point P. Find, using algebra, the exact x coordinate of P. Wow. Okay, so we've got to set the two equations equal to each other here and solve. So let's have a look at doing that. So we have got 3 times by 2 to the x is therefore equal to 15 minus 2 to the x add 1. So let's try and solve this, shall we? What shall we do? Let's get this over to the left hand side. So I'm going to have 2 times by x plus 1, 2 to the power of x plus 1 plus 3 times by 2 to the x is equal to 15. So that's my first step. I've just taken this over to the other side. My next step is 2 to the x add 1 means 2 times by 2 to the x plus 3 times by 2 to the x is equal to 15. So we've basically got 2 times 2 to the x. Well, we could think about it as taking 2 to the x out as a common factor. We'd be left with 2 add 3 is equal to 15. So what we get in fact is 5 times by 2 to the x is equal to 15. So therefore 2 to the x is equal to 15 divided by 5. So therefore 2 to the x is equal to 3. So we can take log base 2. So we're going to have log to the base 2 of 2 to the x is equal to log to the base 2 of 3. And log to the base 2 of 2 to the x is just x. So x is equal to log base 2 of 3. And that is the exact value of the x coordinate using algebra. Very good. That is question 5. Next question. I haven't missed one out, have I? Let's just double check. No, because we did that one. So we've done 4, we've done 5. What's next? 6. Okay, question 6. Given that x squared add 8x minus 3 over 2 is equal to that expression, find the values for the constant a, b, and c. Now, the thing to notice in this particular question is that the highest power in the numerator is higher than the highest power in the denominator. So the numerator has an x squared, whereas the denominator only has x. So the first thing to look out for that I think students could miss is the fact that this is an improper fraction. And when we have an improper fraction, we need to do algebraic long division. We don't need to, but that's what good way that I like to deal with it. So we're going to do x squared add 8x minus 3, and we're going to divide that whole thing by x add 2. So how does our algebraic long division work? We first of all look at this term, and we look at this term, and we say, what do I need to do to this to change it into this? The answer is times by x. So you write x up there, and then you times this whole thing by x, which is going to give me x squared add 2x. You then subtract these. X squared take away x squared is nothing. 8 take away 2 is going to be 6x. Drop down that minus 3, and then we repeat the process. We now look at the 6x, we look at the x, we say, what do I need to do to the x to change it into 6x? The answer is times by positive 6, so you put plus 6 up there. You then times this by positive 6, which gives you 6x plus 12. Okay. You then subtract those away from each other. 6 take away 6 is nothing, and minus 3 take away 12 is going to be minus 15. So that's our remainder. So it goes in x add 6 times with a remainder of minus 15. Now what that means is that we have x plus 6 minus 15 over x add 2. And that's our answer that is in the form of ax plus b plus c over x add 2. In which case the a is 1, the b is 6, and the c is minus 15. Okay, and that is that done there. So yeah, we can just write that down. So let's write down, to be crystal clear, a is 1, b is equal to 6, and c is equal to minus 15. And that's part A done there, a little bit algebraic long division. So part B, it says, hence, using algebraic integration, find the exact value of the integral between 0 and 6 of that function. So in other words, we've got to integrate this function between 0 and 6 dx. So let's do that. Okay, so here we go. This is part B now. So x is going to go to x squared, raise it over 2, raise the power by 1, divide by the new power. 6 is going to go to 6x. And then this one, we're going to think about the reverse chain rule. And I'm going to write that as the logarithm of x add 2 times by minus 15. Because we basically identify our outer function as 1 over something, our inner function as x add 2. So we integrate the outer, which is going to go to 1 over something goes to ln, divide by the derivative of the inner function, but the derivative of the inner function in this case, it just happens to be 1. So it makes no difference. So we're going to evaluate this between 6 and 0 now, see what we get. So we're going to get 6 squared over 2 minus 6 times 6 plus 6 times 6 minus 15 ln of 6 add 2, which is 8, minus, open brackets, nothing squared over 2 plus 6 times nothing minus 15 times ln of nothing add 2, which is going to be ln 2. So that is what we've got to evaluate. Let's see what we get. So that's going to go to 36 over 2, which is going to be 18, plus 36, minus 15 ln 8, minus 15 ln 8, and what else are we going to have? We're going to have plus 15 ln 2. Okay, so that's our expression so far. Now let's see what that's going to go to. That's going to go to 54, so that's going to go to 54 when we add those two together, and we're going to have plus 15 ln of 2 over 8, which is going to be, we've got to give it in the form ln 2. So that is 54 plus ln of a quarter so far, because 2 over 8 is a quarter. And then a quarter can be thought of as 54 add ln of 2 to the minus 2. So that's a quarter reimagined in without a fraction. Then we take the minus 2 to the front, so we're going to have it's 54 minus 2 ln 2. is our final answer. Now let's just have a double check and see if that's right. Oh no, we've dropped the 15 there. So there should be a 15 there. There should be a 15 there. And when we times it by 2, that is going to be 30. There we go. That seems a lot better. So our final answer is 54 minus 30 ln 2. Let me write that down a little bit more clearly. 54 minus 30 ln 2 is our answer to that one. I hope you found that helpful. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you're finding these videos useful, if you could remember to like and subscribe to the channel, that would be hugely appreciated. That will help me keep on making more videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.